Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, I'm Riddle, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. Thank you very much. Today is transplant day. We're looking at some ground cherries and a lot of tomatoes. So I promised myself this year I wasn't going to go crazy with tomatoes, but I've gone crazy with tomatoes. I already have 14 different types in the ground, and I have another conservatively 20 more varieties that are that I started from seed. And I also have a few that came from Europe that are still germinating, an indigo kumquat and a Italian paste, heirloom Italian paste, which is supposed to be one of the great canning tomatoes. I also have some really nice some exotic peppers through here that I saved the seeds from here and there and everywhere. But let's get to the video. Now I'm going to cover some basics, and a lot of people just do this wrong, especially people who are just starting out. So first of all, we have our container, and painter's tape works really well if your pot is really clean. Of course, you can use cell packs also, but make sure your pot's really clean. Then take a piece of painter's tape, either the blue, I kind of like the green, it's thinner, and go ahead and stick it to the side. This stuck so well that this piece was still on there from last year, and I just wrote on top of it with my permanent marker. It's really important that you use permanent marker, and you can get a good Sharpie at the dollar store now, which is awesome because they can be a little expensive if you're on a budget. So we got a pot. First mistake people make, they don't pack the soil properly in their cell back of their pot. So you want to pack it not too tight, but also don't leave it super loose where there's air pockets, or when you put the water in, it's going to like reduce really dramatically. You can see I didn't fill it all the way to the rim because this is dry. I didn't pre-moisten it, so this is going to expand a little bit once we do moisten it. Then your Sharpie actually works as a double agent because we're going to put a nice deep hole right in the center here. And this is where things get interesting. You can also use your Sharpie or a chopstick to loosen your seedlings from the soil so you don't do too much damage to the roots. This time I'm going to put two together because I'm just trying to get rid of, I changed my mind, I'm gonna do one. So we're gonna drop it down there. Now this is where it gets interesting, folks. If you're planting your seedlings like that and they're all leggy and fragile, well, guess what? You're doing it wrong. You're supposed to put the seedlings all the way down to the top of their leaves, like that. And what happens when you do this, not only do you not have a fragile, leggy seedling, but that entire stem, that long, skinny, fragile stem, is going to turn into a substantial root system. So after we put our seedling in there, we're going to make sure the soil's packed around it really well, and then we have to give it water right away. I'm kind of really anal retentive about this stuff because, you know, the split seconds that the air is making contact with those roots, or something's just not perfect, things go wrong. So I put my water in there. I'm going to let it soak all the way through, and I'm adding this to our collection down here, and that's it. And this goes for about every seedling you're going to start. Regardless if it's a pepper, a flower, or what have you, you always want to follow these same principles, and you will have really healthy, fantastic starts to your garden. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you like my quick money-saving tips, little ideas, occasional magic, home repair, art, please subscribe. It helps. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other, and grow your own food. It's just such an amazing process, connecting yourself to the earth and the land and knowing exactly what's going in your food. And nothing heals the body and keeps you younger than eating living food. Not fresh food, but living food. And really about the only way you can eat living food daily is if you grow it yourself or have a really generous neighbor or family member who does. Okay, bye for now.